you know, like we don't have any kinship, or we're not kinfolk, so there's no affinity with us with Christ. It's much more than just your typical westernized version of what adoption stands for. You don't have to have blood running through your veins to be adopted into a family in the West. But in the East, it's a whole different story. And we've been westernized to, when we read scriptures, we don't understand that we have to go and study it out, put it in its correct culture, so we can relate to it and identify what God is truly saying. And I don't have time this morning because I need to move on, but I understand some things I found out. I taught in this house, the adoption of sons. We did a 4 or 5 part teaching some eons ago. And we talked about it. We dissected the word, and we found out it's huiothesia. We find out Julio's son and Theseus' place and his son place. And some terms that I don't mention a lot is they call it togo virilis, which is a Grecian term where they use where tutors and governors would put upon the up and coming sons just to identify that they're in training. It's a cloak that they put on. And the tutors and governors would come in because they adapted to the culture. And most of those tutors and governors was slaves. They were proselytizing to the system, what it'll preach. Yes, it will. And so you think about all that, and you look at all of the things, and you look at all of the dynamics of it. And you know, I ain't got time, but it's so much more than what we've learned. And I believe sonship is going to become the central message. And most of us have kind of what they say in Jeremiah, trample his heritage underfoot, because we think somehow along the lines we've elevated spiritual sons and daughters above being a son and daughter to the Father. Yeah, I got friends, I'm in certain circles and groups, and they probably watching this, that we've conflated and overinflated certain terms. And we got people that still don't have an identity because they haven't adjusted vertically. Amen? To grow in the measure and the stature of God, you have to be vertically inclined. I can't give you identity. I can affirm it, but I can't give you identity. I can help you shape it and mold it, but the seed of it, the earnest of it, the impartation of it comes from God. So I always try to align you vertically. I'm not going to draw you to myself. That's what wolves do. Try to get everybody on my page. Now I may say, some of the things I say may agitate you or rub you a little bit. It may seem like I'm inferring and getting you on my, join my clan, my group, but it's not necessarily what I'm doing. I'm just trying to, some of the way we used to think was inverted. And most of it was probably perverted. But the point is that God is bringing us to a point. Jesus came to introduce sonship. He came to bring us an elevation of thought. That we don't have to be orphans. We don't have to live in abandonment. We can have, our self-esteem can come up another notch. Come on now. See, if your self-esteem comes up another notch, you ain't got to worry about finding a boyfriend, finding a girlfriend. Come on now. Shag it. All that other stuff, you know. I'm lonely. All that other sociological stuff that drains us and steals from us. And we never be able to get formed into the identity that God has for us. I'm serious. I don't know about you, but y'all look at me funny, but I'm telling you the truth. We long for the wrong things. Because the external things means more to us. But I'm not even into, I'm asking God. You know, I know Trump is saying drain the swamp. I'm asking God to drain my swamp. I don't want anything in my life that's antithetical to God. I want everything in order. Because He came to change the order of things. I want to align myself with heaven has already determined. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to muck everything. I don't want to bring a miry to everything. You know, He brought me out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and placed my feet on a rock, and He established my goings. He established your goings. That's what it's all about. My goings, my growing, my moving, my experiencing God, my discerning the voice of God, my being able to tap into different streams of wisdom and counsel that flows from God and out from the heart of God. That's the goings. I'm not talking about going to the building or going to this place. No. Those are philosophical things that happen to all men. I'm talking about the goings that only comes from the throne of God, the heart of God. That's the going I'm talking about. That's not temporal. That's eternal. It's not immediate gratification, but in the long run. That's a peace that passes all understanding. In the long run. I'm not looking for the immediate gratification. Thank God. Once I went to prison, that was it for immediacy. Once I went to prison, that blew that up. I tried in all them bandwagons. I tried to get draped and all that other stuff. I said, I'll just take the long scenery route, take the snail route, let them build it one step at a time. I'm not in a hurry. Some folks want to do all the shortcuts. Then they come back to haunt you. Because God's intention for you was from the foundation. It was from the foundation. It ain't that you can do in the natural. We just think, we're just going to take a break today. No, you can't. What God has determined for us is what is necessary. It is. So I started all this to let you know. All these are made by Him. And all these are made for Him. Include you. And He has a goal. He has a destination in mind. The goal and destination He has in mind, so that Christ will be formed in you. So you can understand what sonship is all about. To break up the monotony and the illegitimacy of your first birth. My first conception was an illegitimate conception. I was shapen in iniquity. Don't look at me like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Amen. We were shapen in iniquity. But I thank God, if we're born again, we don't have to operate no more under that stigma. All our channels can start aligning. Our thought processes and ability to conceptualize truth can change. See, y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm probably in your role. And I hope, you know what, I'm not even trying to be eloquent. Not at all. Because these is one of those 911 messages that want to get you on the right frequency to help you out, to let you know that all the struggle that you have, all the trepidation that you're having is because you won't agree with God. And you're doing it on your own terms. When the last time you gave up what you wanted? Don't shout me down, because half of y'all, 99% of y'all don't know nothing about that. God comes speaking and say, I want that. Now, it's not good for you. I want it. I gotta have it. But if you build your life the right way, you wouldn't have to be between that fork in the road. He'll give you good things. And some of the things we call good may not be God. And see, this is a part of changing the order. I can tell by our selection process, some of us are still doing some of the things the same way. And we still have the same choices. Up and in. All of in. And yet, our communication is that we're free. That whom the Son is set free is free indeed. No. I know you free by your decision. So when your decision making is suspicious and a little bit off, that lets me know that your life is not a testament to what you believe. You can tell anybody next to you, but I know, and God knows.
Yes.
The strength of your life is going to come out of sound decision making.
Yes.
I long for being able to navigate through life correctly. I swear to God. I swear. I mean, I know you ain't supposed to swear, but I want to, you know, people can say whatever they want. They can say, well, you know what, Pastor, You know, he was controversial, a pastor. He was a man of revelation and wisdom. But I want him to be able to look over the length of my life.
Amen.
He said he did it the right way.
Wow.
That's it. That's all I want, you know, because I believe integrity is generational.
Yes.
Just like unrighteousness is generational, iniquity is generational. I believe integrity is generational. I believe a good name goes far, 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 far. I believe God wants to get to that place. And most of us think we're going to become a significant world changer. Or we're going to get to a point in our walk in faith that we're going to have a significant impact. But it's not going to come by what we say. It's going to come out of what we become. That's why he said, I gave you power to become. When we believe on his name, all of us have, but he wants to give us the power, the exousia, the right to transition, for allow him to shift the order of everything as it relates to our life. You start seeing that all of a sudden your taste buds change. Your clothing will start changing. You should see stages of evolution. You know what I'm saying? Your friend, your circle starts, come on now, it starts changing. You ain't even up for we boyfriends and girlfriends. When you start changing, like, no, you can't put a ring on it? It's a whole nother level. It ain't even a test drive. You know, we get petty. We like, well, I ain't gonna know if, how I'm gonna know if, you know, we can really, you know, I have to find out first.